kanan kiri, putar putar jari, kanan kanan kiri, kanan kanan kiri, kanan 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 kiri, kanan kanan kiri, kanan 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 kiri.
Dun 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 dun.
So first of all guys, so I am Jerdo Juskunanan from BTBTE CRT Gimba. So bago tayo dumako sa ating topic for today, papakilala ko muna syempre yung ating mga makakasama. So unang-una nga dito si Eliza May Baldo, Andrea Adel, Angela Marie D. Garcia, Angelo Julian Valleza, Angelo Crisostomo, Christian May de la Cruz, Dania Vicente Garcia, El Ducal Joana Salonga, Elisa May Sabihon Miguel, Erica Pasyon, Erica Joy Indigo, Erlin Pilayo, Gabrielio Dumalanta Jani, Gapingan Bautista Aira, Hazelin Legasca Valdez, Rodel Reña, Joshua Nabarosa, Lyndon Ray Manicat, Mark Andre Edrosa, Mark De Brigaspi Concepcion, Myla Pastor and Myra Pastor, Nicole Pablo, Nicole Kyle Rain Balino, Pamela De La Rosa Magcalas and Marjorie Balino. So yan po yung ating mga makakasama sa araw na ito, o yun sila yung mga makikita natin sa aming video presentation. So ano pang hinihintay natin guys? Let's start.
Hey y'all, come look at this.
Hello, what's up guys? I'm your BTBTE2 student, Erica Joy J. Inigo, taking a Bachelor of Technical Vocational Teacher Education from College for Research and Technology, Cabanatuan Branch. So for today's video, I will discuss to you what is our members going to do. So let's start to our lesson for today. So first, our group will tackle what is all about the basketball game, and second, what are the possible facilities and equipment used in basketball. Third, it is all about the history of basketball. And fourth, our lesson is mechanics on how to play basketball. So guys, please enjoy and keep watching our video to learn more.
Nice.
And what's up mga ka-PE? At ipapakita rin namin sa inyo yung basic skills, rules and regulations, at syempre, yung actual play. At last but not the least is yung outro. Let's begin!
Good day everyone, my name is Johnny D. Gabriel Jr. from BTBT2 CRT Gimba. So our topic is all about basketball. So first, let's define what basketball is. Basketball is a team sport in which teams most commonly of 5 players each, opposing one another on a rectangular court, compete with the primary objective of shooting a basketball through the defender's hoop while preventing the opposing team from shooting through their own hoop. That is what we call basketball. Thank you.
It's a fun sport that is played across various courts. The professional court is, however, of a fixed size. It is usually measured 19 feet by 50 feet and the wooden floor. Each team gets 2 points for scoring a goal. In case of a foul, a penalty is given to the other team, and it comes as free throws. The game is not gender specific and is played by both men and women.
Good day everyone, my name is Lyndon Ray J. Manicat, BTBT2 CRT Cabanatuan, and today our topic is basketball. What is basketball? Basketball is a team sport in which two teams, most commonly of 5 players each, opposing one another on a rectangular court, complete with primary objective of shooting a basketball through the defender's hoop while preventing the opposing team from shooting through their own hoop. Yung basketball po is a 5v5 sports or kilala siya bilang isang contact sports na talagang masakit ng katawan. At ito po ay binubuo ng 12 to 15 roster per team. And yung maglalaro po is 5 player per team for the first 5. Basketball is one of the most popular sports in the world. Basketball has become popular of a number of reasons. Basketball is fun to play. Basketball has a very fast and exciting pace of play. Also, each player on the court can play both offense and defense. Yung basketball po is isa sa pinakasikat na sport sa buong mundo at alam po natin is yung NBA, National Basketball Association. Yung basketball po is isa ring business na talagang madaming mayayaman naglalaro ng basketball or dun talaga yumaman. Gaya po ng NBA, PBA, PBL and madami pa pong liga. Ang pinakamalaking liga po ng basketball is the FIBA World Cup. Ito po yung paglalaban-laban ng bawat bansa sa buong mundo. And yun lang po. Thank you.
First one is signals. These officiating basketball hand signal are used to communicate between the referee and the timekeeper in order to notify starting and stopping of the clock. For example, stop clap. To stop the clock at any point in the game, the referee will raise one hand straight overhead with his palms facing out and fingertips pointed. The next one is score sheet. A basketball score sheet is a document used to track the progress of a game of basketball. It records basic information about each player, including their names, jersey numbers, and position on the court. The sheets also keeps track of points scored by each player as well as other statistics such as rebounds and assists. The next one is player foul makers. A mask for the basketball ball score tables. The foul maker sets comprise of 5 numbers paddles to indicate individual player fouls and a pair of collapsible foul maker cones for making the team foul limit. The next one is the simplified score sheets. The basketball score sheet is used by a scorekeeper to record the points scored by each team in a match. Basketball is a game played by 2 teams of 5 players on the rectangular court. In basketball, the object of a team is to score more points than the opposing team. The next one is the team foul makers. A team foul makers is the number of fouls of every player added together. The total of each player is the number of the team fouls. The last one is the alternating position procedure. The alternating position procedure establishes a fair way to determine which team gets the ball in unusual situation when both or neither team has possession of the ball. The half ball is a frequent example of when the alternating position arrow determines which team gets the ball.
Facilities used in basketball. Court dimension. The court is flat, hard surface free from obstruction, 28 meter long and 15 meter wide, measured from the inner edges to the line. Lines. All lines are wide, 5 cm wide and clearly visible. Boundary line. The playing court is limited by the boundary line consisting of the end lines and the side lines. These lines are not part of the playing court. Center line, center circle, and free throw semicircle. Center line is marked parallel to the end lines of the playing court has a radius of 1.80 meter measured to the outer edges of the circumference. The free throw semicircles are marked on the playing court with a radius of 1.80 meter measured to the outer edges of the circumference and with their centers at the midpoint of free throw line. Free throw lines restrict the area and free throw rebound places. The free throw line is drawn parallel to each end line, at the farthest edge of 5.8 meter from the inner edge of the end line and is 3.6 meter long. Its midpoint lies on the imaginary line joining at the midpoint of two end lines. The restricted areas are the rectangular areas marked on playing court limited by the end lines, the extended free throw lines, and the lines which originate at the end lines. 3-point field goal area. The team's 3-point field goal area in the entire floor area of playing court, except for the area near the opponent basket. Team bench areas. The team bench areas are marked outside the playing court, limited by two lines. There must be the 40 seats available in the team bench area for being team bench personnel, which includes coaches, assistant, substitute, excluded players, and team followers. Throw-in line. The two lines are 0.15 meter long and marked outside the playing court at the sideline opposite the scorer tables.
Good day, I am Angela Marie D. Garcia from Bachelor and Technical Vocational Teacher Education from CRT Cabanatuan. Equipments of basketball: backboards, basket comparing with ring and nets, basketball, game clock, scoreboards, 24-second device, stopwatch.
Good day everyone, I am Myla A. Pastor, taking Bachelor in Technical Vocational Teacher Education 2 from College for Research and Technology, Cabanatuan Branch. Now, history of basketball.
Oh my God! Wow!
From the late 1950s to 1960s, Russell was dominated in NBA, and Will Chamberlain, a center for the Los Angeles Lakers, was another leading player during era. Will Chamberlain battles with Russell were eagerly anticipated, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, also a center, in the year of 1970s he became prominent. Jabbar perfected his famed sky hook shot while playing for the Los Angeles Lakers and dominated the opposition. And Larry Bird of Boston Celtics and Magic Johnson of Los Angeles Lakers are credited with injecting excitement into the league in the year of 1980s through their superior skills and decade-long rivalry. During the late 1980s, Michael Jordan of Chicago Bulls rose to stardom and helped the Bulls dominated the NBA during the early 90s or 1990s. A new generation of basketball stars, including Shaquille O'Neal of the Orlando Magic and Larry Johnson of the Charlotte Hornets, have sustained the NBA's growth in popularity.
Good day everyone, I am Myra Pastor from BTBTE2 CRT Cabanatuan Branch. History of basketball. This team sport was invented by James Naismith, Canadian clergyman, educator, and physician in December 1891. The first ball used was a soccer ball played by 9 players, and the goal were wooden pitch basket affixed to the walls. By 1897 to 1898, teams of 5 became standard. The game rapidly spread worldwide and to Canada and other parts of the world, played by both women and men. It also became a popular informal outdoor game. The first pro league is that the National Basketball League created to guard players from abuse and to possess a less raw game in 1898. The league lasted until 5 years before disbanding. It demise spawned a range of loosely organized leagues throughout America. Its first and greatest popular teams was the original Celtics, organized in New York City in 1915. The league played as many as 150 games a season and dominated basketball until 1936. In 1949, two subsequent professional leagues, the National Basketball League, formed in 1937, and the Basketball Association of America 1946, merged to create the National Basketball Association, or NBA, the Boston Celtics led by their center Bill.
Good day, I'm Hazelin Valdez, PT-BT2 CRT Cabanatuan. So, the history of basketball. The history of basketball began with its invention in 1891 in Springfield, Massachusetts by Canadian physics education instructor James Naismith. As a less injury-prone sport than football, James Naismith was a 31 years old graduate student when he created the indoor sports to keep athletes indoors during the winters.
Good day everyone, I'm Angela Rose Crisostomo, BT-BT2 from CRT Gimba. Today we will talk about the rules and regulation, or what we call the mechanics in basketball. So let's begin in teams and positions. 5 players are assigned to opposing teams. With each team, it is made up of point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. Point guards are generally the smallest and quickest players on the floor, either primarily ball handlers and facilitators in the offense. Shooting guards and small forwards are average size players and are commonly referred to as wings. They do a bit everything such as scoring from inside and outside, distributing but handling or rebounding. Power forwards are the center of the big men on the court, primarily score from the interior and responsible for grabbing the majority of the rebounds. And also we have the regulation length and shot clock. In the National Basketball Association, or NBA, regulation lasts for 12-minute quarters. In high school basketball, each quarter lasts for 8 minutes, and in college basketball, teams play for 2 20-minute halves, and the score is tied at the end of the regulation. It continues overtime periods or play until the winner can be determined. NBA and college basketball use 5 minutes overtime periods, while overtime lasts for 4 minutes in high school basketball. Lastly, there is not shot clock in high school in the NBA. Terms are given 24 seconds to shoot, and in college basketball, they are given 25 seconds. In court dimensions, overall, the court is 94 feet long and 50 feet wide. The NBA three-point line is 23 feet 9 inches away at the top of the key and 22 feet away the corners. In men's college basketball, this line moves in 20 feet 9 inches away the all way around in women's college basketball, and in high school basketball, this line is 19 feet 9 inches, and all levels, the free throw line is 15 feet away from the basket. When we say fouls, it is a personal fouls occur when defenders make illegal contact with their opponents. If an opponent is in the act of shooting, free throws are awarded in high school and college. 5 personal fouls, warrants, and injection. While professionals make comic 6 fouls before being disqualified. Technical fouls generally occur when a player behaves when an unsportsmanlike conduct in the ABA, NBA, and college. The opposing team is awarded a 3-2 profession team of the ball. Rather, if a player draws 2 technical fouls, they will be ejected. Finally, 2 types of fouls exist. Type 1 is for either exceptional or excessive contact. Type 2 is that when the contact is both exceptional and excessive. In both cases, the opposition receives 2 free throws and professional afterward. Disqualification occurs after the 2 fouls or one type 2 fall in NBA. Okay, dribbling mechanics. The proper mechanics for dribbling a basketball require that you keep the ball low and close to your body in order to make it as difficult as possible for the defender to steal the ball. Spread your fingers out wide and attempt to dribble when your finger trips for greater control. Once you pick up your dribble, you are allowed 2 steps and are not allowed to dribble again. Taking more than 2 steps will result in traveling violation, while dribbling again will result a double dribble. The consequence of each offense is that the opposing team will be awarded possession.
Hi guys, this is me Marjorie, and I am here to discuss with you the mechanics of overtime and the different kinds of fouls in basketball. Well, any kind of violation in a sport is considered a foul. Now, I am here to discuss with you the 4 main types of fouls in basketball. First is the personal, technical, flagrant, and team fouls. It is very important to understand some of the rules of the game to gauge better the possibilities of fouling. Personal fouls. Personal fouls stem out of any illegal type of physical contacts. It can be from hitting, holding, slapping, pushing, and illegal screen. When an offensive player sticks out a limb and makes physical contact with a defender in an attempt to block the path of the defender, it results in a foul. Usually, 3 free throws are awarded if the player is fouled while shooting for a 3-point goal in a case of them missing their shot. If a player is fouled while shooting a 3-point shot, he in that case is awarded 1 free throw. Hence, usually a player could score 4 points on the play. It is important to note that if the team committing the foul has 7 or more fouls in the game, then the player who has fouled is awarded 1 free throw. If he makes his first shot, then he is awarded another free throw. Second, charging. Note that when a player pushes or runs over a defensive player, the ball in this case is given to the team that the foul was committed upon. Third one is blocking. A personal contact as a result of a defender not getting to a position in time to prevent an opponent's drive to the basket. And the 5th one is the intentional foul. It occurs when a player makes physical contact with another player just for the sake of offense and without any justifiable reason to snatch the ball. This is primarily a judgment call for the officials. The 4th one is flagrant foul. an extremely violent contact with an opponent. This involves hitting, kicking, and punching the opponent. This type of foul results in free throws besides the offense retaining possession of the ball after the free throws. The sixth is technical foul, when a player or a coach does something unexpected. The contact with the player or the ball in itself is not moot question over here, but it is mostly to do about the manners of the game. Language, obscenity, gestures, obscene or otherwise besides arguing can be called off as a technical foul. Even filling in the scorebook in an improper manner can result in a technical foul. The second to the last is the 24-second violation. In NBA, teams have to make a shot within 24 seconds. If that is not the case, then there is a change of ball possession. And lastly, the 8-second violation. The offensive team gets only 8 seconds to bring the ball past the mid-court line. So after a basket is made by a team, the margin of error and the level of competitiveness is pretty fierce.
Everyone, I'm Joanna L. Ducal from BTVT2 CRT Cabanatuan. Mechanics how to play a basketball. Mechanics number 1 is dribbling. Once you pick up your dribble, you are allowed to step and may not dribble again. And dapat daw mag-stay ha. Sa bawat hangganan kapag hawak ang bola. And after crossing half court, at kasama rin dito yung hindi ka pinapayagan, na mag-dribble pabalik sa gilid ng court ng inyong kalaban. Yun po yun. Shooting, kasama din pala sa mechanics ang shooting. At syempre kung may dribble, merong shooting, hindi yun mawawala. Na kung saan merong three plays, na kung saan maaari o pwedeng mag-shoot ang isang player for different points if you are standing behind the 3 points line, which is the big yard around the basket. Ayun po, kasama po pala sa mechanics ang fouls. For example, ikaw ay nagbabantay ng isang player gamit ang bola. Hindi ka pinapayagan na hawakan o tamaan sila. Ang pagtulak, paghampas, o pagtripan ng kalaban ay are all fouls also. Kaya't wala sa mga ito ang pinapayagan sa larong basketball. Kasi po, bawal po makasakit ng kalaban. Sana kalaban na lang ako nang bawal masaktan.
So, hi! I'm Miniza May Miguel. And ngayon ay tuturo ko sa inyo yung basic dribbling drills. Teacher Education from CRT Cabanatuan.
day everyone, my name is Nicole Kyla Ray Vivadino. Now I'm going to teach you how to catch the ball in playing basketball.
So hello everyone, so my name is Erica J.H. Pushon. So I'm taking Bachelor in Technical Vocational Teacher Education in Cabanatuan Branch. So I'm giving 5 rules and regulations in basketball. The first one is foul. In basketball, a foul refers to illegal personal contact or unsportsmanlike conduct on the court or sideline of a game. The second one is technical foul. In basketball, a technical foul is any infraction of the rules penalized as a foul, which does not involve physical contact during the course of play between opposing players on the court or is a foul by a non-player. The third one is traveling. Traveling is a violation of the rules that occurs when a player holding the balls move one or both their feet illegally. Traveling is also called predominantly in street ball game, walking or step. And fourth, backcourt. The backcourt is in basketball is a team's defensive half of the basketball courts, which extend from the baseline to the midcourt line. And the last one is double violation. A double or dribble violation is an illegal goal motion that generally involves a player posing while dribbling and then starting again.
So I give you 5 rules and regulations in basketball. First, out of bounds. The ball and players in possession of the ball must always remain within the boundaries of the court. If a player or the ball goes out of bounds, the ball will be given to the opposite team of whoever touched it last. Second, dribbling or double dribble. Whenever a player gains possession of a ball, they only have one opportunity to dribble at a time. Once the player stops dribbling, they are not allowed to dribble again until they first pass or shoot. If a player stops dribbling and starts again, they will be changed with a double dribble violation and forfeit the ball to the other team. Third, player substitution. Player substitutions can only occur in dead ball situations after the whistle is blown. For example, during free throws, timeouts, or after an out-of-bounds call. Fourth, number of players. A team is required to have 5 players on the court at all times, making 10 players on the court at a time. 5 points. In basketball games, points are scored by 1, 2, or 3. A free throw is worth 1 point. Any basket inside the 3-point line is worth 2 points, and any shoot behind the 3-point line is worth 3.
To all the fellow basketballers out there, don't you just hate when you're dribbling your way to the net and end up not scoring just because you misunderstood or broke a rule? We all love basketball, so today we decided to dive in a little deep. Today we're talking about the fouls in basketball. We're going through each one of them to understand them thoroughly so we can be our best on the court. Let's start. Fouls in basketball are categorized in 2 sections, violations and personal fouls. Let's begin with personal fouls first. 1. Holding.
Is a type of personal foul that is committed by a defensive player.
Moving pick or screen.
Player on the side of or are behind a defender in order to free a teammate to take a shot or receive a pass.
3. Technical fouls.
Technical foul is an infraction of the rules and penalized as a foul which does not involve physical contact during the course of play between opposing player on the court or is a foul by a non-player.
4. Illegal hand use.
Illegal hand use This foul is called for any use of the hands on another player that the referee think is illegal.
5. Hand check.
A hand-checking foul will give the opposing defender a single foul and will result in the dead ball followed by an inbound pass for the other offenses.
So hi guys, I am Danya M. Vicente from BTVTE2 CRT Cabanatuan. And now, in this time of pandemic, alam naman natin na hindi tayo makakapag-conduct ng face-to-face classes, which is nagiging hadlang para maging effective yung learning natin sa ating physical education subject. But user RGR, very amazing, and naging creative kami para sa ganon ay magkaroon kami ng sariling way para mas matutunan yung subject mo. And sa pamagitan ng mga video presentation na ginagawa namin, mahirap man, naging struggle man yung communication minsan, pero thankful pa rin kami dahil merong mga messaging app like Messenger or sabihin na natin mga Zoom meetings, Google Meet na nagiging malaking tulong para makapag-create kami ng video. So sa pamamagitan, pinagsasama-sama namin lahat ng videos na ginagawa namin ay naghahati-hati kami sa mga tasks, and then overall, nagiging successful naman yung mga ginagawa naming video presentation na ipapas namin sa aming PE subject. And I am beyond thankful na sobrang laki nyo po magbigay ng considerations when it comes to your students' concerns and problems. So, yung mga personal problems, nagiging struggle din po minsan kagaya ng yung iba walang wifi, but we are creative enough para ma-cope yung mga yun. And that's all.
Hello, this is Angelo Balesa, BTBT2 from CRT Cabanatuan branch, and basketball. We all know that basketball is one of the most popular sports in the world. And with that, playing basketball helps to improve motor coordination, flexibility, and endurance. It also encourages speed, agility, and strength. These skills are shown to have a positive effect on promoting a healthy body weight and encouraging more physical activity, which can enhance cardiorespiratory fitness and self-esteem, because basketball is a good sport and a good exercise at the same time.
Kanan kiri, putar jari, kanan kiri, kanan kiri, kanan kiri, kanan kiri, kanan kiri.